Hey friends, welcome back. It is the first day of school and I am so excited to get back to routine, back to the daily grind of reselling. You have joined me on my weekly What Sold video. Let's dive in to the 17 items, 18 items that I sold, 17 on eBay, one over on Mercari. Let me show you what sold this weekend. All right, so before I dive into what sold this weekend, quick story time, just because this gave me a chuckle this morning. I got a message, actually I got 4 messages in a row from a buyer, and instantly my heart just sinks. You see a message from the same buyer 4 different times. They already received the item, so I'm like, okay, they're just complaining. So I open it up, and I read the first message, and this guy went off on me. He's calling me a new seller. I don't have my, well, I guess I have my phone, but saying, are you a new seller? You're not supposed to ship shoes in the box that they're in. You've destroyed this box. Just going off on me about shipping his shoes in the shoe box. And I'm like, I'm perplexed because I always box in a box when I list the shoe box. I've mentioned this before. When I sell boots that have their box, I have to get bigger boxes because no one wants a giant label on their shoe box or their boot box. So I put it inside of an A6 shoe box. I recycle. So when I buy shoes or people give me shoe boxes, I recycle these boxes. So his shoe box went inside of another shoe box, and within minutes he messaged back saying, oh, I guess I should have opened them. You don't even know what you ordered. So that just made me laugh that they were just so quick to yell at me for being a new seller when it wasn't even the box that belonged to those shoes. You didn't order Asics, you ordered bowling shoes. So I don't know. That just made me chuckle this morning. But let's dive in. I've got 17 items. One of them, or 17 on eBay. One of them I paid up. I paid way too much for this. I was in an estate sale this weekend, and I think for just the thrill, I was excited. And normally when I'm in an estate sale and I'm not first in line, I rarely get this brand. And it was a Bose player, a Bose radio. So I was excited that it was still there. Later to find out the reason it was still there is because it was overpriced. So I will go over that at the end. All right, so let's dive in. We've got an ink. This was $5 at that fiduciary sale. So if you haven't seen it already, I did a video, I think it was last week, where I went into this estate sale fiduciary company. Inks were $5. I already sold 2 of the other ones. This one sold. So I'm sold out of all 3 of them. I paid $5 each, and all 3 have sold. This one sold for $30. So I love those quick, easy flips. We've got a Canon selfie. This guy, the box is pretty beat up. This is from Amazon Bins, $15 day. This was 2 Fridays ago that I grabbed it. I was originally going to watch for it to keep for myself. But then I realized this isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those little portable, almost like an Instax printer, Instax, where it's an Insta printer, like a Polaroid, and it prints out the picture for you from your phone. What's funny is because we were talking about this, and I'm like, oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for the individual printers. Guess what I find that day? One of those individual printers. It just cracks me up how just law of attraction or whatever it may be, the Kodak step. I actually found the same day, and this was the concept that I was looking for. My daughter likes to print out pictures. She has one of those little Instax printers, but the pictures are so expensive. Plus, you don't get to edit it. So if somebody blinks or there's too much lighting, that picture was a waste, and you still paid 50 cents to $1 for that picture. Where with this, you're able to edit it on your phone, because we all take more than one picture when we take a picture these days. Pick the best one, edit it, and then you can print it out on these fun little papers. So this was an awesome find. This one was for personal, but that selfie, I still had it in my cart. So I went ahead and listed it, and it still sold for $90. It did not have its photo tray, so I made sure to list that in the listing, that it's the printer only, no tray, as is. Okay. Then we've got This was a crazy fast flip. I just picked these up on Friday, this last Friday, so 3 days ago. What's today? Today's Monday. So yeah, 3 days ago. 3M full face masks. These are for woodworking is kind of the most common use I can think of, where you need to make sure you have the respirator and you cover your eyes. My dad is a woodworker, so I know he uses these. He actually got one for Christmas. So these, I found 2 more of them today, and they sold to the same buyer, which is amazing because they're free shipping. And when I can get one buyer to buy them both, gravy. So both of them sold to one buyer for $120. So $60 a piece, made it $120, free shipping, but those are going to be super easy. Yeah, I guess I'll tell you the best. I think this is the best flip of the weekend. Yes, I think it is. This little guy. It doesn't look like much. Honestly, this was at my band's $15 day. I didn't even give it a second look. There's so much just cheap China crap on these Amazon bins and at these bins, and they'll post pictures, and usually it's the junk. It's the stuff you can't even pronounce. It's the remakes that are not worth money. So this guy, I mean, this looks cheap. It looks like it's a coffee pot dispenser or something. And so I didn't give it a second look, but my husband, yes, thank you, hubby, he said this guy is worth grabbing. So I told my friends, this is what I'm looking for. We all go in, and a friend found one for me, and I found one for me. So there were 2 in this bins, and I got them both. First one already sold. These are 2 weeks old. I got this the same weekend as I got the selfie, the camera printer. This guy sold for $250. So thank you, hubby, for telling me about these. It's called a travel Berkey. It's a water filter thing. I don't even know. I honestly don't know. It's 1.5 gallon water filtration system. Yeah, I mean, but it's huge. There's probably like 2 parts in here and then they stack. So it's big, and apparently people like them. So a water filtration, $250, and I still have 1 more of those left. These little guys. I was trying to remember what I paid for them. Worst case, I paid $15, but I'm trying to think if I got them on the day after, which was $11 day. I bought a bunch of them. There was just a ton of these in the shelves. This particular model, there weren't any on there, weren't any sold. But this maker, Goat Guns, they were selling. So these are miniature model rifles, realistic moving parts, greatest of all time gun models, assemble and disassemble in minutes. It's just a little miniature gun. Obviously, it's not going to be real. It's a model. So I'm surprised, and I'm very happy eBay didn't flag it, because they love to flag very random things. Even though this is not a real gun, it's just a little model. But they're selling. So I did sell 2 of them this weekend. First one sold for $40, and then that one was on offer. And then I got another one. They paid full price of $50. So $90 for the 2 of these, 2 separate buyers, and what was I going to say? I think free shipping. So I'm happy with that. Even if I paid $15. I don't even remember. All right, we've got monkey feet. Where did you go? Oh, back here. This is a monkey feet animal house fitness dumbbell lifter trainer. Say that 3 times fast. It goes on your dumbbell, and you can lift with your foot. I don't know. It's only one, so you're going to have one leg stronger than the other. But this guy I picked up on a much cheaper day. What did I pay for this? Monkey feet. $8. So I paid $8 for it, and it sold for $50. 50. And that one was within a week. I think it was last week that I grabbed it. So that was a fast flip. Same day, I believe it was the same day, I found this new face wrinkle reducer. $8, brand new, sealed. It is sealed on both sides, brand spanking new. This guy sold for $90, and I paid $8. I don't know what it does. It reduces wrinkles. I guess that's as simple as it gets. We've got some more Teeter gravity boots. These guys, I originally found them on $15 day. Then I didn't grab them because I had a pair that was listed. So later on that weekend, the other one sold. And I kicked myself. I should have grabbed the second pair. So those sold. I go back there on, I want to say Sunday, for $8 day, and I only found one boot. I'm like, all right, it's just not meant to be. That's what I get for not grabbing it originally. Fast forward to $3 day. What did I pay for these? Teeters, yeah, $3. I paid $3, but it's not complete. They are missing, there's something that was missing to it, I thought. All right, well, it's 2 boots. I paid $3. They sold for $42. I'm glad I didn't pay $15, because $15 into $40 after fees, not worth it. But $3 into $40 all day long. And I thought it was missing something. What are you missing? Oh, the ankle supports. Yeah, there's a part that goes up and goes around your ankle. It didn't have those, or around your shin. I don't know what part it goes around. But yeah, it did not have those support braces. Therefore, they didn't get as much as the last pair. I think the last ones I sold for like $70. But these ones sold for $40 because they were not complete. All right, here is, I'm going to say this is my personal favorite. It's not the best flip, but it's probably my favorite flip. 2 weeks in a row, my friends, I got these freshwater salt cartridges. The last week, or in last week's video, I had a 4-pack that I picked up on, gosh, I picked those up on like $3 or $5 day. That one was crazy. This one I grabbed on $15 day, and the 3-pack here sold for $200 for 3 water filters. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So they sell for about $75 a piece. I had them listed at $225, which would be the 75 times 3. But I took an offer, $200, crazy fast flip, paid $15. I will do that all day long. These little guys, this looks familiar. If it looks familiar, I keep selling them. $3 day, and there were 4 of them in a bag. What's it for? So I paid 75 cents for each one. This is the second or the third one that I've sold. $20. I mean, it's not a big flip, but when you're paying 75 cents into 20, throw it into a poly mailer, it couldn't be easier. So these are selling fast, fast, fast. It is a Magpul rifle sling, just a rifle sling. So MS1 is the brand. If you ever see it, Magpul, I guess Magpul is the brand. MS1 is the model. Any rifle accessories, I mean, it's obviously not the weapon, so it's safe to sell on eBay. We got a camera. This one I paid $5, and I believe, I want to say it was a church sale, and it was recently. I just grabbed this last week or the week before. It's amazing how much things blur. But this guy is tested. He works. I put a brand new battery, so I put that into the listing that it has a brand new battery in there. I find batteries at the bins. So anytime you can find batteries on clearance or at thrift stores or estate sales, always, always grab them, because I was able to get $40 for this, and it sold within a week. And I paid $5. All right, we went that rifle. We've got a Bose. Where are we? A little Bose accessory. This guy is haunting me. I think I have sold him 3 times. I kid you not. 3 times. This is now 3rd time's the charm. I messaged this guy. I said, please make sure this is the connection that you are looking for. I put it in the pictures. It's a 12-pin connection. It goes to your Bose Companion to control your volume. But everybody who buys it keeps saying that it's not the right size. It doesn't fit their unit. So it's driving me crazy. I'm probably 0 as profit because of all the times I've had to pay to ship it around. But it sold for $30. I'm just ready to get it out of my store and stop seeing this thing. If it doesn't fit, he's just going to throw it away. I'm done. I don't even want it back. Just going to tell him to recycle it, take it to donation, throw it away, do whatever you want, because I don't want it. It needs to be out of here. It's cursed. All right. We've got a Pack Safe, Sling Safe, Anti-Theft, Safety Crossbody Sling Bag. Wow. I don't know what I paid for it. I don't remember. I want to say it was at my local thrift. And it would have only been like $2 or $3. But it's because of the brand. No, it wouldn't have been. It's got to be older because my background is different. So I've had this one for a while. I switched my background to that like wood grain paper, and this one is on solid white. So I've had it for a while. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it sold for $24. And it's just a purse. I don't know why they call it a safety purse. I mean, I guess you can clip that on so when it's over your shoulder, someone can't just do a quick grab and run. Maybe that's why. I don't know what else makes it safe. All right, well, either way, it's old. 25 bucks. We've got some speakers. Bose, again. These guys, I paid $10 for the pair. Hubby tested them. 100%. Always, always, always test your speakers, test your electronics, test your gear, test your VCRs, because there are times that they don't work. Hubby loves to test my equipment because he gets to rock out to his music while it goes. So he tested these speakers for me. They work. They sound amazing. Bose, obviously the #1 Bolo brand that you can grab, sold for $80. So speaking of Bolo, quick shout out in the description. I have a free gift for you. It's a Bolo list. Be on the lookout. Top brands, top items that you can download as a gift right now for you in the description. Top brands to source. All right, we've got a video game. This was also at that fiduciary sale. I paid $4. It is a Game Boy Advance Sword of Mana. I paid $4. I don't know if I said that. But it sold for 25 bucks. So probably this was the only game I should have grabbed. I grabbed a Harry Potter game, and during my lazy comping, it looked like it was worth more, but it's not. And it's only listed, I think, for 10 bucks. And I paid $4, so it wasn't worth it. I should have left it behind, but this little guy was worth it. We've got a Macari sale. Let me do that real quick. This is a pair of headphones. I got these Amazon bins, $15 day. And it sold for in process $63. I had them listed on eBay for $70, and then I think it was free shipping and of course eBay's fees. Macari, the buyer pays the fees, and the buyer paid for shipping. So I was fine coming down on the price. They sent an offer of $63 and I accepted it. So these are Hesh ANC Skull Candy. There we go. We're backwards. Skull Candy, Hesh, ANC, or Ink. I think it's ANC. Headphones, and then a Skull Candy adapter for it. I don't know what else to say. I paid $15 for the pair. These came together and sold as a pair for $63. Okay, and then the last item that I should not have bought, at least I shouldn't have bought it for this price, and I'm going to be a little nervous to pick it up because I've already dropped this thing on my toes 2 times. I dropped it once at the estate sale when I went to go set it down, and then I dropped it again when I went to go put it in my inventory last night. Yeah, last night. So it is a fast seller, and normally I would be thrilled with something that sold in the matter of 12 hours. However, I paid too much for it. So this guy, like I said in the intro, I was excited. It was a Bose. It was still on the shelf. I've been carrying it around for probably 15 minutes through the sale till I finally found someone to price it for me, and they priced it at $60. 60. So during my quick comps, I call them my lazy comps. I'll explain that in a second. But during my quick comps, I was seeing numbers over 100, but I believe it was the one that had the CD player. This is not. This is just the radio with this auxiliary port part. This auxiliary thing only sells by itself for maybe $15, like 10 to 15 bucks. It's not a big add-on, but it can add some value when I do sell it. So I paid $60. It was actually 10% off because I spent over 100 at the sale. So $54 sold for $74 with free shipping. Minus fees, I am negative. 100% negative on this item. So I am losing money by selling this player, but oh well, you live and learn, right? So let me explain lazy comps. So as you get to do this and you do it faster, you get to learn the items that you want, or the things you want to watch for when you're comping out in the wild. When you are in a slower pace, you can always comp slow and really evaluate and really look it through, make sure it's the good decision. You can dwell on it, you can think about it, all the things my ADHD brain usually does. But when you're in the pressure of an estate sale where you're trying to run through these houses, the only thing I want to see is that sell-through rate. Number one is sell-through rate. When you are looking it up and you filter to sold, you want to have more sold than what's available, okay? Or pretty darn close to it. So after we check off, okay, the sell-through rate is good, I'm looking at the first 5 or 10 items that sold and how much it sold for. And I'm seeing, at the time, it's like 15, or making sure that it's at least enough to make the price worth it. So I comped it out before I got the price, so I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. But when you're looking at the sold price, you want to make sure that the selling rate is at least worth what you're paying for it. So in this case, paying $60, I should have been seeing over $100 comps. So I did. When I looked at those first few, I didn't see that they were the ones that had the CD. I was just seeing that model number. I call it lazy comps because I didn't spend the time dwelling on it. What I could have done is after that sale, I could have pulled over, gone to a separate room, and really dug into those comps. But it was also on a busy day, and I wanted to make sure that I got through this house. I wanted to get through this house. I wanted to get through other sales. I didn't have time to sit there and really dwell on it. So the good news is I went back the day after to this estate sale, and it was half price day, and I scored some really, really good stuff. I got a bunch of brand new Dooney and Burke purses or handbags. They were all half off. I got, what else did I get? I got a Google internet thingy for like $2. And then I got a Logitech remote for $1. So it offsets. Some, you win some, you lose some. But yes, those Bose players, 100% Bolo, grab it when you can, but don't pay too much for it because in this case, I lost money. All right, friends, so we had 17 items on eBay for a gross profit of almost $1,400. There will be a recap at the end to show you what the net profits are. And then my one Lonely Macari sale, so that does put me over $1,400 for the weekend. I hope everyone has a wonderful school year. If you've got little ones in school, I know this is an exciting time. It's also an anxious time, stressful time, but I just see it as good things, as a fresh start, and kind of like the new year to the household. It's a great time to get pedal to the metal. I want to get to organizing my inventory. I want to just get the house back in order. Just really focus on my listing because we're coming up on peak season here. So while the rest of the country has been blazing for the last 3 months, I've been squeaking by very few sales. And starting in usually September is when our sales start picking up. So I want to make sure that my listing pile is pretty small. And I've got 2 bulk buys that I need to sort through. This last weekend at, what was it? It was just a private estate sale. There were a ton of shoes, brand new in their box for $2. So I just kept bringing them out to the garage as fast as I could to pile these up. And I ended up buying probably 20 pairs of shoes, at least 20 pairs. And they were $2 a piece, so I had to buy those. But I've also got to list those. And then a couple weeks ago at an estate sale, I bought a bunch of Department 56 stuff, and I'm still trying to get through that. So I need to get both of those bulk listings or bulk buys listed, as well as my daily inventory pile, because I know I'm going to be buying a lot of stuff. So this back to school time is the time to really focus and grind like my heart's content, till my heart's content. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, you like watching reseller stuff, you like watching things that sell, or you just like watching me, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.